What up, Dokkaners? We have a big maintenance period that is coming up because part 2 is just around the corner for the global Christmas celebration. So in today's video, we're going to be talking about how you can prepare for the upcoming maintenance and what we can expect to come out of the maintenance, because with part 2 comes some expectations, some of which has yet to be officially announced. So let's discuss all of that in this video, starting with the timing. So on the 11th of December, which is today, at 4 p.m. to 10:30, that is when the maintenance is going to be starting. So basically, for most of you around the world, this is probably not the same time unless you live in California or on the West Coast. But if you live anywhere else, it doesn't matter, because reset is the time that you want to care about. So at reset, whatever time that is for you, that is when the game is going to go into maintenance. And then for 6.5 hours, you will not be able to access the game. That's a lot of time where your game is idle. So the only thing that you could be doing to prepare is to burn up your stamina as quickly as possible. So that way, when the game is idle, at the very least, the stamina will be recharging for you. Yeah, you won't be able to access the game. Yeah, you won't be able to play, but at least the stamina will be slowly and incrementally coming back. That way, when we do come out of the maintenance, you'll have all of this extra seemingly free stamina for you to use. Of course, you don't have to do this, but this is something that I like to encourage, and I try to get people more in the mindset of doing, because if there's ever some sort of a situation where Dokkan has to extend the maintenance for whatever reason, there's some unforeseen situation that causes the game to collapse or something and they have to go back in and fix it, it could take longer. Now, this hasn't really been a thing ever since Dokkan went into new management, but still, it's always better to be safe than sorry. So if it is through link leveling or farming medals for various Dokkan events or whatever it is, burn up your stamina as quickly as possible before the deadline. Like I said, it's at reset, so you still have some time as of me posting this video, but if you're watching this after the reset, well, then this next part of the video is probably more relevant to you. What can we expect to come out of the maintenance period? Well, let's discuss by starting with things that we know. So we know that the Super Battle Road Stage 36, the Extreme Super Battle Road for Goku's family, is coming up next, which is going to get us one step closer towards that LR Mecha Tech Goku Gohan EZA. So at the moment, you're able to, well, actually with this, you'll be able to undergo the first and second steps of the Extreme Z Awakening. I've never been a fan of this like incremental EZA thing, but it is what it is. So Goku's family is the next stage. Very easy, very straightforward, just basically fighting Vegeta's family. So if that helps in terms of your team building, go crazy. I will do a video on this run. Should be a pretty simple, straightforward video. So that gives you 8 Dragon Stones. Let me actually see if I can keep track of this as we proceed through. So we know 8 because 1 stone for completing the stage, and then 7 more for the mission. So that's 8 Dragon Stones from the Extreme Super Battle Road. Then we've got Burst Mode. So Burst Mode was the heavily advertised thing in the upcoming update 5.8.0. Burst Mode is the brand new event, and likely the new event that they were talking about in that Global Dokkan Producers letter. We will be focusing on the Z Hard difficulty of Stage 10 of the DB Story event, A New Threat Saiyan Warrior Race. So basically on that particular stage, long story short, you'll be able to amp up the difficulty by changing certain elements of the battle, making it more difficult. And if you can reach a certain point threshold, you can earn a ton of rewards. Now, the ton of rewards doesn't necessarily mean stones, but a ton of other rewards as well. I think in terms of stones, you can earn up to 10. So I'm going to bring our total right now to 18 stones that are confirmed for this upcoming content drop. So yeah, that's going to be coming up. I will do a full breakdown of this event when the thing comes out. The only issue though is the video might be a little bit delayed because the summons might be starting at the same time as all of this other stuff starting. So we're going to have to wait and see, because we're not going to be knowing what happens in part 2 until the maintenance is over. And if the maintenance doesn't end until 10:30, that's usually when the banner drops. So there's a chance we might be emerging out of the maintenance, going straight into summons. So we'll have to wait and see. Make sure you guys are subscribed, notification bells are turned to all so that you don't miss any of the streams or videos that I drop. So this is part of the update 5.8.0, where they're going to be implementing burst mode. They're going to be implementing a music collection mechanic and a My Profile update, where you can basically put your song in the My Profile thing. And then they're also going to be fixing some bugs. Now, this is normally not a big deal. For the international players, this is, of course, a huge deal when it comes to updating the German and Spanish versions of the game. German and Spanish support is important because now that they're using those languages as staples in the game, they have to be up to date with all of that stuff. So that's very important. But in terms of the UI and the regular bug fixes, that all is good. I'm just really hoping that they can also tackle the login issue that some people are having. Currently, some people are having extended login periods where it takes an unusual amount of time for them to log in. Either that means it freezes or it just takes too long to load. I don't know what the problem is, but for some of you, it's a very annoying problem. And I hope for those players, they do fix this. Now, they just recently announced that they're going to be fixing it on JP. I'm not sure if this is going to be happening on global as well, but hey, we can always hope for the best. So let's hope that they also include that in these bug fixes. Moving on, we've got the Prime Battle TN. Now, whether or not you feel a certain way about the unit's build, we can all agree the animations are pretty spectacular. And honestly, The active skill voiceover on the dub is pretty great. I've always liked Tien's voice actor. I think he does a fantastic job. So this is a good one. This is a good one. In terms of animation, superficial stuff is pretty good. But anyway, this event's going to be dropping. This gives us another 3 stones. There are no missions, right? Yeah, so 3 more stones. So that brings our total to 21 stones so far. That is confirmed. And then, of course, we know the big unit that's going to be coming up is going to be the LR Merge Zamasu. Now, we still don't know if this is going to be a legendary summon or a carnival summon. I've seen some comments recently. Some people were a little bit confused on me talking about it being a carnival summon. Just because a unit is on the carnival banner doesn't mean it's a carnival exclusive. It's like earlier in October when we had Fasha and Chilai headlining a double rates banner. That double rates banner was called a Rising Dragon Carnival banner. So because it has carnival in the name, it has now become a banner that produces carnival coins. So it is not going to be locked behind a carnival LR shop, but it is going to be featured temporarily on that banner. That is, of course, assuming this ends up being a carnival coin banner. We don't know yet. We will find out tonight at the same time as everybody else. Nobody will know ahead of time unless the data download gives us something. But when we find out, that will tell us whether or not this is going to be a legendary summon or a carnival summon. Regardless, I think the summon time will start right as the maintenance ends. I'm hoping it doesn't. I'm hoping we have like a day or two. But if it does happen that way, I will have to go live right away. Now, in terms of the stamina burning that I was talking about earlier, one great thing that you can do in the meantime to prepare for the imminent arrival of the Fusion Zamasu is to actually farm up the medals needed for the unit, because all of the medals that are required are already available in the game. You might have seen that when I was talking about it on this screen right here. So we've got this Dokkan event right here. We've got the Rose-Colored Terror, and we've got the Darkness Shrouding the Future. All 3 of these Dokkan events are currently available in-game, so you can farm all of these medals out. You're going to need 35 of this medal, 35 of this one. These 2 are both available on the Eternal God Distorter of Worlds event, which is this one right here. So you can do that. Then for the Darkness Shrouding the Future, you're going to need 28 medals total, 14 of this one, 14 of this one, where the Goku Black head is shifted in a different place. You could farm that out. And then the last one is going to be the Rose-Colored Terror, 14 more medals of that. 35, 14, 14, 35, 14, 14. You're going to basically need these 3 Dokkan events to get all that done. That should keep you busy for the next few hours, burning up your stamina before the maintenance period starts. So if you guys are able to do that, or if you're willing to do that, go ahead. I know some of you guys are a little bit superstitious about counting your chickens before they hatch. I think it's a smart move because it allows you to burn up your stamina. It allows you to have the medals, so whenever you do end up getting the unit, you don't have to go through the grind of actually getting all of these medals. You'll already have it ready to go. But it is, of course, up to you. Just another suggestion, but there you have it. Now, the last couple of things we could possibly be expecting from this would be the remaining events that showed up in Part 2 for JP's celebration, which of course means the LR Trunks and Mai EZA, the LR Rose Zamasu EZA, and Peton Battle. Peton Battle gives us 11 Dragon Stones, so that brings our total to 32. And then the 2 LR EZAs, they are separate events, so they both are 30. Oh wait, these are summons. Whoops. I'm on the wrong screen here. This is the one I'm looking at. Okay. So this gives us obviously 30 plus the extra missions. That gives us 33. Okay, so that puts us at 65. And then the same thing for the other Trunks and Mai event should be another 33, right? Yes. Another 33. That puts us at 98. So 98 Dragon Stones should be headed our way right away during the upcoming Part 2. And then, of course, the logins and all that other stuff will mean more stuff. And then also the Part 2 Rainbow tickets. So there should be a lot of cool stuff coming up in the Part 2 celebration. But like I said, it starts at reset. So prepare. Guys, thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to leave a like down below. Let me know in the comments, how do you normally burn up your stamina when you need to burn up your stamina quickly? Do you do it through link leveling? Do you do it through metal grinding? Or do you simply just not care? And are you going to potentially be summoning on the LR Fusion Zamasu banner that could be dropping tonight, tomorrow night, whenever? Let me know your stone count again in the comments down below. I like to ask this once in a while, or a little bit more frequently, because I want you guys to keep yourselves in check. Also, be sure to subscribe for more dope content in the future and click the notification bell so that you let YouTube know when to see more of my stuff. Do it. Thanks again. Stay tuned. I might see you tonight. And always remember to Dokkan responsibly.